at the start of the show instead of just sitting there mean mugging your
monitor. Am I mean mugging?
You're not happy to be here. Who is?
I'm very happy to be here. Hello. I had myself nice and muted though.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for stopping by. This is Thirsty Thursdays with the Sammys and Beer podcast. We are super happy to have you here. It's going to be a fantastic episode. We're going to be talking about some video games. A food word that I have come up with that doesn't go with anything else. We're gonna talk about that.
Okay.
And should be a good time. Should be some good conversations. If you have your thoughts and opinions, please feel free to drop them in the chat. If we find them interesting, we might respond. If not, we might not, because, this is the internet and people say a lot of stupid shit. Not that they don't in real life, but you seem to really go above and beyond.
We do get a lot of robots.
We do. So, and not the good kind. Like, nobody's inviting us to, join porn sites or anything cool like that.
Yeah, it's hot single moms in the area. Yeah.
Yeah,
what happened to the good old days of all the hot single moms everywhere?
Right? So, well, as we always do, let's go ahead and start us off with some shots. I did go first last week, so if you'd like to go first this week, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, because you stole it. Fucking dick.
I didn't steal anything.
Shouldn't have let you go first. Should have been adamant.
Huh?
You should have been adamant about going first. Oh, well.
That's because you didn't think I remembered.
It's fair. I did. That's on me. Well, I don't have a glass, so this is going to be interesting.
I mean, it's almost been a year. Why would you remember to bring a shot glass?
Almost. Next week, actually. I'll be honest, I forgot, but I think I can come up with one right now. Got it. It's kind of lame. But
are you drinking Pink Whitney?
I actually love Pink Whitney.
Which I get. I'm not saying it's a bad drink. What I'm saying is when we're taking shots to start the show, you're drinking malt liquor.
Is it malt?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. It does say made with real vodka. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm not saying that it's not made with real vodka. It's kind of like when you get one of those Crown Cokes. Yeah, it's made with Crown, like the canned Crown Cokes. It's made with real Crown, but is it really Crown? No. I don't think it is.
No.
You do you. Don't waste your time looking for another bottle of booze that's hidden away under your bed.
Is
your
it?
Pillow that you hug and sleep with at night.
Actually, this is all I got.
Tito, you're my only friend.
I have another half bottle of Pink Whitney actually up there. It's just something that won't get me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought that was kind of the goal.
Some days it is, some days it's not. Trying to drink less, a lot less. And it's been working pretty well. You're still a little blurry, but whatever.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Sorry. So here's a weird one. Oh.
I did that on purpose.
Yeah, I figured. It's something that's been coming up more and more, and I'm going to do a shot for these people. I guess every generation is different. They always have their different things. And for mine right now, a lot of the younger generation of people coming into the military, right, I'm reserve, right? So they are all TikTok famous. Every single one of them. Like, there's a shit ton of them that they don't make anything relatively worthwhile, in my opinion. But neither do I. So, like, I can't talk shit. But this is to them for finding something they like and doing it the right way. Because there is a right way if you're going to be wearing the uniform on social media, right? Doing it the right way and not getting anyone in trouble. So, here's to you.
Fair enough.
Because if
Mine,
they get in trouble, I get in trouble.
So you mean like TikTok famous, like they have a ton of followers, like they
Yes.
make money off of it?
Yes, they have a ton of followers, make money off of it, and post consistently.
Okay.
You've seen one.
Yeah. I think she follows our
She does.
TikTok account.
She does. But like, she's a prime example of someone who does it, right? And she likes doing it. She gets a kick out of it. She has fun with it. But she does it the right way. And, and so, like, there will always be people who's like, you shouldn't be on it at all, blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't be doing this. Let the kid have fun. She's doing it the proper way. Let her have fun. That shot's for you. Yep. For being responsible with your hobbies.
Fair enough. All right. Well, my shot is a very, very specific one. It actually goes out to one specific individual that I'm pretty I can't believe that you forgot about this one.
Did I forget something? Gabe's birthday's
So
in January.
I win 2 in a row now. I'm just fucking with you. There was
like,
nothing.
fuck. I'm going through birthdays. Gabe, Egg, Holly just had her birthday. Brittany's birthday's not yet either. Yours is not yet either.
No, mine is to a very specific person. I actually don't even know his name, but it is one of the kids on one of the flag football teams that I coach. His dad finally came out and helped me. I have struggled through a month of practices by myself. And this last practice, the kids were a little bit wound up, and I was getting a little frustrated and was about ready to just make them run for the rest of practice.
I've had that happen to me.
And he came out and stepped in, and thank you. Cheers to you, sir.
To the homie.
I will say it was kind of interesting, though, because he was kind of, I'm a little bit social. Not overly social, but I was, trying to say thank you to him. And, we didn't really have a conversation.
Like how?
Like, what do you mean how?
Like, I'm trying to picture what he did. Did he blow you off? Was he just gruff and tough? Like, yeah.
Just kind of gruff and tough. Like, I'm like, hey, thank you so much for helping out. He goes, yeah, anytime you need it, let me know. And I was like, well, if you can help at every practice, that would be great.
Well, if you could just come here every time.
Well, I mean,
no, I get it.
Got 10 7-year-olds that have flags on and a football around and in an open field, and trying to get them, focused.
Run them first. 10 minutes. Just nothing but sprints.
One kid, all he wanted to do was sing.
I get that. That was me.
So thank you to him.
But
yeah, that was the extent of, and I thanked him like 3 times.
Oh, I'm sure but you gotta, male interaction is so weird nowadays. You have people, you have people like you and me who can have a social interaction and be genuine. And then you have dudes that are like too much, where they're like used car salesmen and politicians, right? You feel like they want something from you. And then you have ones that are just too little. They're like, they'll like make a noise, but like I understand what the noise means. Like, it processes, but it's just like those 3 people, and we don't have friends on an online format that's the third person, because then there's no like stimulation for us. They would just sit there and play the video game and not say anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't really work to be a grunter while playing video games.
Unless you're playing golf.
There's been an article that's been popping up all the time of this dude playing online virtual golf. And I'm like, I don't even want to play that myself. Who is watching you do this?
There's an audience for everybody.
There really is. I mean, I watched a guy pretend to drive a semi-truck, like simulated, like mirrors, TVs on the side. So, I mean, he had a big shifter, a big steering wheel. He was dreaming this and had like 10,000 people watching him.
He makes more money than actual truck drivers.
Yeah.
We live in a weird world, my friend.
We really do. We really. So.
Ooh, this candle's too much. Way too much. Your turn.
All right.
Oh, wait, no. My turn. So this is actually, I've had this one since last week. I hate CYA medicine, which if you don't know what that is, that's cover your ass medicine, right? I get why people do it. I get things get a little tense, especially if it's your loved ones, right? So I've had several calls where I go to this person and my professional opinion is you don't really need to go to the hospital, right? Make an appointment with, you're going to go to the hospital, they're going to get labs, they're going to tell you make an appointment with your primary care physician, and now you're out like $800, not to include the ambulance ride. But I can't say that. I can't say that. And what really sucks is a lot of people are on the fence, and then they call their aunt's friend who's a nurse or their daughter's friend who's a nurse, and the general consensus is if someone's asking you for medical help, send them to the hospital. Just send them to the hospital because you don't want that like on your conscience or on you at all. And I hate that. I hate that people will listen to that more than the professional that's telling you could wait,
But I mean, isn't that along the same lines of like ask a nurse? Can't you call ask a nurse?
Yes, and I've referred a ton of people to different hotlines. So you can ask someone who's trained to tell you whether or not you should go in. Doesn't matter. And I get it. Trust your kids, right? And I've sent family members to the hospital when they didn't need it, but I've sent family members to the hospital when they did need it. I just hate the stigma behind it. It's like, well, my daughter's uncle's niece's friend's cousin's sister said I need to go to the hospital, so I'm going. But okay. So all you couch doctors, go fuck yourself.
So just to follow on this, because this is one thing that I think kind of sucks about the generation and the time that we're growing up again. You're talking about generations, but it has to be a conscious decision. Like, at least for me, even when one of my kids is sick, like the money aspect of it steps up every single time. Like,
it does.
When you hurt your arm, how much did you hurt your arm?
Are we going to the ER or not?
Can this wait till tomorrow?
Yeah.
Or even with yourself, like how sick am I? I mean,
do I need to go to not even just the ER, just like the med clinic? Do I need to go? Which I will say I have never had that, and I will never have that.
What? Well, the worry about it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's not everybody has that luxury.
A lot of us do, though. I think it's like 2%.
2%? That's not a lot.
That's a decent amount. That's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. It's a benefit. It is the biggest benefit, and is the reason I'm still in. At the end of the day, you know how much it costs to have a baby?
Yeah, I've had two.
It's fucking nuts. You know how much it costs me to have a baby?
No.
Well, 0 because I can't have a baby. But if my girlfriend were to get pregnant, I think it would cost us $110 to have the baby. So, thanks, Uncle Sam. And that's reserve side. That's not even active duty. Active duty is free.
Do you know how many people are actually in the military then? Have you said 2% of the population?
2%, but I think it might be 5.
Well, what do you think the number is?
I don't know, like 450,000?
Well, 2% of the U.S. population, which is 380 million, 2% of that is 7.6 million.
Okay, so how much is it then?
How much is for?
No, how much is in the military? How much of the population is in the military?
I don't know.
You're pulling out all these facts. I'm out here thinking you're the fact jockey.
I didn't pull any facts. All I did was figure out what 2% of our population is. I bet you they don't give that information. They don't want you to know that.
No, they get that information. 1%.
How many people are in the military?
1.4 million or less than 1%. And in 1968, it was 3.8 million, 3.5 million. So in the 60s, it was actually not double, but close.
Well, yeah, when there was a draft.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Weird,
yeah.
weird how those numbers went up.
It even goes by age, ethnicity. Man, Asians are doing it now. Fucking Asians got 4%. 4% Asian in the military now. Hell yeah.
All right. My shot at is to people when you're walking, when I'm driving and I see somebody walking, if we come up to a stop sign together, I was always taught you yield to the pedestrian.
Oh, yeah.
So I usually stop. The thing that fucking pisses me off is people that then take their time crossing the street.
Yeah, if
I'm walking and people stop, I hustle across. I'll put a little pep in my step. I'll jog.
If I'm stopping, I want to see knees to chest.
Yeah. Fucking get moving. I had a guy, he did 2 spins while walking across the street. And then I stopped and I'm sitting there just staring at him as he's like spinning and listening to music. And then he stops and turns around and just stares at me. Like, what are you going to do? Like, it was a super weird interaction. And I'm just like, does this guy think I'm going to get out of my truck and like fight him? Or what is he thinking is going to happen here? So, somebody stops for you, hustle across the street. Go fuck yourself.
Eggplants. Eggplants, right? You know what they are.
Yeah.
What country do you think grows the most eggplants?
China.
Incorrect. It's America. There's a specific state in America that grows 2/3 of the world's eggplants.
There's a state that grows 2/3 of the world's eggplants.
Yep. That's a lot of eggplants.
Which part of the country is it in?
East Coast.
East Coast. Pennsylvania?
Nope. Famous TV show, made a reality TV show with where it was set in this location.
New Jersey?
Yeah.
New Jersey grows 2/3 of the world's
eggplants.
Interesting.
You're welcome. I got a lot of stupid facts here.
Well, where are the most of the? I think it's blueberries. Majority of blueberries.
I don't know.
I think it's Maine. Grow in Maine.
I could see that.
So we're doing stupid facts tonight?
I just pulled one up out of nowhere.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Here. I wouldn't have thought of New Jersey just because of the simple fact that it's right next to New York and it's not a big state.
It's not.
You
But
know.
it's big enough to grow some fucking eggplants.
Well, they're just like, I mean, they're like a squash where they grow on a vine. You know. So I guess there's just giant fields of fucking eggplants in New Jersey for some reason.
There's a lot of really stupid facts. I'm going to close that out now. Those are dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, today's a bit of a slow start. I've been a little lazy. I'm not going to lie to you. Past couple days, been having a good time. But some important things in gaming history have happened recently I want to touch on. First of all, Bethesda released its first game in over 10 years. First new game that's not Fallout 76 because we don't count that because it was garbage. I even tried playing it again. You remember? It was still.
I think you made me play you with it, didn't I?
I did to see if it would be better with another person. It was not. It still was a terrible game.
Yep.
But they released Starfield, which has been personally, I think I put 40 hours in it so far, and that's a lot for me.
This week.
It came out. Well, I played it on launch. I didn't get it early, so. Like, it's been stupid, and it's been fun, and it's been amazing. But a game taking the world by storm right now, too, is Baldur's Gate. And we have a lot of experience, not with Baldur's Gate, but with Dungeons & Dragons in general. We have fuck it. I need to host a session. But we have a running session that we're always doing, maybe taking a week or two off, but besides that, we're consistent with it. Whether it's different campaigns, different characters, different stories, whatever. So Dungeons and Dragons,
we've lost the consistency with it. There's no more consistency.
Schedules have gotten a little weird, so it makes it a lot harder. That first year, we did do every Sunday. We missed maybe 3 sessions.
Yeah,
it was
in a
awesome.
year.
It was amazing. It was something else. But being an avid Dungeons and Dragons player, right? I did not like Baldur's Gate as much as I thought I would.
I didn't think it looked great.
I get the hype for it, and there's a lot of really cool things you can do in it. Like if there's a fire in front of you and you have a bottle, you can go and fill it with water and throw it on the fire, and the fire goes out. Like it's very, very high tech, very immersive. The story apparently is awesome. The characters are great, but it's just the format that the game's in. If I wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons, I'll just play Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, and I would say, like, obviously, I haven't played it. I've seen gameplay footage. But, like, when I play video games, I'm not going to lie, I'm not a cutscene type person.
Me either.
I don't watch cutscenes. Like, people talk to me, they're like, oh, yeah, did you see how awesome the beginning of the new Call of Duty was or whatever it was? I'm like, the new beginning?
I press and hold X on that.
If anything, I was super upset that they made me wait 30 seconds before I could start playing. I don't know who I have to kill doesn't change with what the backstory of me is.
It's fair.
Like, and so that game to me, with everything I saw, just looked like a game of cutscenes.
Yes, which in fact, I think it's something your wife might like. Telltale games. That's exactly what they are. I don't know if you've played those.
I don't know, maybe.
They had the Walking Dead game.
Not ringing a bell.
That's something that you two could actually do together and have a lot of fun with. It's a Telltale game, so there's no actual mechanics that you really need to worry about. No shooting, nothing fucking crazy. But it's a story. It's like watching a TV show, except you make the decisions for the characters. And so they have a few of those.
My kids do that with Bear Grylls on a Netflix show.
Really?
Bear Grylls? Yeah. He'll do like survival things, and he'll be like, should I swim across this shark-infested river, or should I use that giant rope swing over there and try to swing across? You decide, and then you pick one.
Oh, and that's what a Telltale game is.
And then he does it.
Yeah.
And then, like, if he dies, he's like, he's like, this wouldn't have worked, and let me tell you why. And then he lets you pick the other one. Or, he struggles through it, and then he'll tell you, like, I should have probably gone this other direction because of this.
Yeah, that's what a Telltale game is. It's a little more involved because if, like, you die, you're dead. Game's over. Start from the beginning.
Yeah.
My sister and my girlfriend really like them. I'll put one on the TV, and I'll play with my girlfriend, and I will do the controls because sometimes you have to like sneak around or shoot things, but it's very easy, like stupid easy. So I help her out for that. But besides that, like, it's an interesting format. It's really fun. I don't like it. I get really bored really quickly with stuff like that because I'm like you. I like playing the game. I like doing the things. I spent 2 fucking hours building a ship in Starfield today.
Jesus.
It's called the Ninja Turtle. It's brown and green, and I fucking love it.
See, I never even got into doing stuff like that. Like,
that's what I like.
I like functionality, but I'm like that in real life too. Like when it comes to like vehicles and stuff like that, like I don't care what color it is. I don't care what this is. Like, does it have heated seats? Does it have cooled seats? Does it have the things I want?
As long as it's not like an obnoxious color.
There's only a few colors. I mean, like a bright, like pink or blue.
Or
I'd probably
brown
even
color.
be okay with brown. I'd go with brown.
Really?
Yeah. My old Lincoln had like a cream tan interior.
That's seats. It's different.
Yeah.
No.
Grandma Gold. I'd drive a Grandma Gold.
Yeah. Well, that's not too bad.
Oh yeah. dirt brown. I don't fucking care.
Okay.
I just don't want bright obnoxious. Like, I just wouldn't want like bright yellow. And the only reason I wouldn't want bright yellow is because I don't want everybody like looking at my truck.
You don't want people looking at you?
No, yeah. I mean, that way if I want to do something crazy, it was the bright yellow vehicle. No, that's not me. It was the white Ram. Cool. There's only fucking 100 million of those.
Yeah. I also wanted to talk about the fact that in my 28 years of life, I have only found one friend who will play an RTS with me, and that's you.
I don't know what an RTS is.
Real-time strategy game.
Oh, okay.
And it has been greatly appreciated. I have loved playing Civ with you. I've been having a really good time. We're going to continue it today, but it is a game genre that is dying currently because a lot of people find it boring. I get that. I get how it could be boring, but I love it.
Or are they just not smart enough to play?
I mean, I'm definitely not. I love them, but I'm definitely the worst of the two of us when it comes to playing those games.
I wouldn't say that. Just because you have one good game, I mean, you can have...
I think it's been pretty consistent. I think it's been consistent.
I don't think I'd say that. But, I don't know. I like them because they're like... it's almost like playing like chess, but on a huge board with that the rules are ever changing with, you know?
And
like you have to constantly be thinking ahead and moving and, it's...
I have a great time with it. I'm
really
happy you play it with me.
Yeah.
I have, I think, 12 games on there that I've started with friends that have petered off after the first day. I never came back to.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. Finding the time and things like that. And...
Oh, yeah. No, I don't know. It's sad. And our gaming has kind of changed recently. We're going back to the survival crafting. We're going back to the slower games. Not that I'm complaining at all.
Yeah.
It's my preference. I like Overwatch and stuff, but we're the best in bronze, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I used to love playing, like Warzone when it originally came out, and I don't consider myself an extremely political person, just because I don't like to commit to an answer because I don't know and I don't have the time to do enough research on stuff.
That's a fair answer in and of itself.
Like I'm always super impressed with people who are so hell-bent and committed on things that when you argue with them, like there's no convincing them otherwise, because I don't know if it's stupidity or arrogance to where you're so dead set on something that no matter what somebody else says to you, like I've never been that dead set on anything.
There's a couple things I'm that dead set on.
Like?
Pedophilia.
Okay.
So there's a couple things I'm pretty dead set.
There are laws against it. You shouldn't do it.
Yes, it's bad. I wanted to make my stance clear. I don't like it.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, this is not in a good place to be letting people know that you're...
No, I don't agree with it. So, but that's a hard stance that I can understand. But all of this other shit, I don't get.
Well, yeah, I mean... I don't think I've yet met somebody who doesn't take a hard stance against pedophilia.
That you know of.
Yeah, that's why I said that I've met.
That you know of. You could have some pedophiles near you don't even know about. It's possible.
Well, that's probably good for them that I don't know about it, because I'm not a violent person, but got a booger.
Everybody draw attention to the facts. Can we get a zoom in on that? I'm at some snogs.
So, but I've really enjoyed how kind of the country has responded to certain things recently.
Like,
and it's
what?
Well, Bud Light's consumers have dropped.
They have.
And it was just people saying enough is enough. And
Yeah.
I think it's like the silent majority that, again, like I said, I don't want to get too political on this stuff, but that is a big reason that I've stepped away from Warzone because of what they did with Nick Merckx.
When they took away all his stuff because of his stance with teaching transgender and all that in schools. Yep, I completely agree. We've actually both taken a break from Warzone because of that exact same reason.
Oh, I've uninstalled it. Like, it's not a break.
Oh yeah, no, it's gone.
Yeah.
And
Like,
that game was the cornerstone of our friendship for a while there.
oh, yeah. That was all we played.
Yeah, for months, and we were still terrible. Like we.
Oh, yeah.
We played for like a year straight. Still sucked.
It was embarrassing when we'd bring people in. They'd be like, oh, you play Warzone? Yeah, let's play together sometime. And then you'd play with them, and they're getting like 28, 30 kills, and you've got 2, and it's like...
And you're really impressed with yourself for getting those 2 kills?
Yeah. Like, I killed 2 people. And they're like, well, I did most of the damage. I killed them. That's why it says my name on there.
That's why it says kill 1.
Yeah. So, fuck off.
Yeah. I think we can both agree on that. We try, and I really try not to get political. My girlfriend loves politics. It's a thing. She loves talking about it, she loves discussing, and she'll start going on triads, and I'll just like zone out, and she'll look at me, and she'll be like, are you listening? Oh yeah, honey. Fuck them. Just keep driving. You know, it is what it is. I just don't care for it. I can't commit to just about anything.
Well, yeah, and that's, you know... I could play devil's advocate with just about anybody on most topics that they're going to have with dealing with politics. You know, I mean, I can understand certain point of views on one subject, and I can understand the other side too. You know, so, but
I think that's why we've taken a big step back from a lot of big games, like you said. And gaming's just evolved from when we grew up playing it too. You know,
oh yeah,
things are so different. There's 1,000 controls to each game now. Things are more complex. There's little tricks that people like slide canceling. I still don't know how to do that. I don't even know what that is.
well, it's not in the game anymore.
Oh, good, because I didn't know how to do it. There's just little tricks and things that people discover, and because that's their lives, that's all they do. Which I get it. They get paid to do it, and they get paid well. Cool. I just don't have the time to do that. So I don't have the time to be competitive.
Well, but there's so, I mean, it's not even that people get obsessive, like the ones that are getting paid. Like, apparently there's backstories. Well, you've told me these. There's backstories for all the Overwatch players that they're related, and this one's gay, and this one's not, and this one's sisters, and, you know, like, who the fuck cares? Who is deciding all of this stuff?
The video game
Why?
developers. They made a story. There's a story to Overwatch.
It's a video game. Why is there a story?
Do you know that one of the like you deliver a vehicle to a point, right?
Yeah.
That vehicle has an EMP on it. And the city that vehicle gets delivered to is full of sentient robot people. So they have minds, and you know they're sentient. And you delivering that EMP kills every single one of them in that city.
Cool.
It's just
why?
context, because you're a bad guy.
Context for what?
Context for why you're bringing a car from one point to the other.
Why do I need context? My job is to just protect the thing.
Protect the car. Some people want context.
Why?
I don't know.
Do you want context? Go read a fucking book. They'll give you context. They'll tell you why things are going. This is a video game.
Go listen to a book, Matt.
I don't care what you do.
He's getting
Video
spicy.
games, I just don't understand. Like, there's a lot of better things you could be doing with your life than spending all this time writing this lore or reading about all these characters.
Oh, yeah. I completely agree. However, I still have fun with it sometimes. Depends. Like The Witcher, right? Great example. It's a beautiful fucking game. One of the best RPGs I've ever played in my entire life. I actually listened and paid attention to the cutscenes because the story was that good. It was like playing a movie. You know, that's different.
That's different though. It's a part of the game. None of that is a part of Overwatch.
That's true. Overwatch is just bring the car from here to there.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Some people want it though. Some people.
Like if there was like, get a hobby. Get a hobby.
Get a hobby. Video gaming is a hobby.
Yeah. Going in depth on Overwatch is not.
I guess. I don't know, man. If they like it, let them do it. Let them do whatever they want, as long as it's not hurting anybody else. If they want to go into the lore on how Soldier 76 is gay, you go ahead. I think he might be, actually. I think that's a thing.
I don't care.
I know. That's why I bring it up.
It doesn't make him shoot any shooter or straighter or not straighter.
Whoa. We're getting close to a joke there, Matt. Careful. We're getting close to a joke. It's interesting. It's fun. Games are fun, but games are also just, for me personally, something to do. Not really something to dive into. Bless you. That's why my favorite kind of game is a base building, open slated game. Because I can do whatever I want and make it however I want.
Yeah.
That's just me personally. Which I wish we had a good one to play, but there are no good ones out currently.
No, it's been a dry time. Well, I think we're gonna start seeing less and less huge big blockbuster games because there's so many options out there that you don't draw the money in that you need to put those games together.
I would say I would have believed that last week, but after playing Starfield, I don't know if I believe you. I think some studios and some titles will still be able to bring in the big bucks.
I don't know. We'll see how well it does.
Think Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto 6. That is going to be probably one of the biggest game releases on the planet.
But that's going to be a massive online multiplayer game.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how often do you still hear about Harry Potter?
Well, they're redoing it.
That game's been out 6 months.
I mean, the game was good.
Yeah. Good enough for 2 months, not even.
Good enough to play it and beat it. I mean, that's what a game is.
Played it for a month. I mean,
yeah.
That's what a game used to be. That's not what a game is anymore.
That's true. Like Destiny 2. Think about that. That's still relevant today.
Yeah.
I know plenty of people who still play Destiny 2. They're like, just jump back on. Fuck you.
You got me to jump back on.
Did we play Destiny together?
Yeah, we did. You were like level 85 with some fucking super raid boots or something, and
the stompies. Yeah.
And I was fucking
level 2.
running around with a stick and a fucking bucket on my head.
It's a good game too, but I think games hit a point of critical mass where they get too complicated. There's just too much going on, and then I lose interest. I skip cutscenes too. You know, like I'm just not interested in what's going on.
And then there's some people that, I mean, World of Warcraft has been out for how long?
Oh my god, it's like 20 years now.
And there's still people. I got a Snapchat like 2 days ago.
I did too.
From a friend of ours that was playing, apparently went back to old school World of Warcraft. Which, I'm going to show my age here. I remember the original World of Warcraft, which was kind of like a Civilization type game, where it was a turn-based, like, it was a CD that I had to put in my computer.
I think that's called Warcraft.
It might just be Warcraft,
I think that is Warcraft. I think it's what started them off.
It was orcs and humans that fought, and you were the humans, and you had to defeat the orcs, and but they branched out. I mean, they've done a ton with it. They made a movie and shit.
They made Overwatch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I was just saying, like, there's people that get into a game and play it for years and years,
decades now.
I mean, I still have a buddy who only plays Fortnite. It's the only game he plays.
Yeah, I don't get that. I get how the game is it's a decent game mechanics wise. It's just too much for me. Again.
Do the people that play a game affect your willingness to play a game?
Not really, as long as the skill gap isn't too high.
What do you mean?
If I go into a multiplayer game and get stopped 10 times in a row, I'm not gonna play that game again.
Okay.
As long as Rocket League, there was skill-based matchmaking. We went in and we were dog shit, and we're still dog shit in comparison, but it's doable. We can still win a couple.
That are dog shit.
Yeah, we can win a couple.
Yeah.
Same for Overwatch. Yeah, we can win a couple. We're playing.
No, but what I'm saying, if you were playing a game and you were kind of into it, it was a fun game, and then you went to the movies and you ran into a bunch of 12-year-olds, and that's all they were talking about during the whole movie was that game.
I think it depends on how much I like the game before I talk to them.
You're not talking to them. You're just hearing them in the movie talking about it.
So, if they did the same thing but for Deep Rock Galactic, I probably wouldn't want to play Deep Rock anymore. But if they did it for Starfield, I'd be like, bro, me too. I get it. Me too. I think it depends on there's a chart on how much I like the game and how much,
Yeah.
If they were talking about Baldur's Gate, then I probably wouldn't play it again because I think it's mid. Not my game.
Well, the big reason I ask that is because there's so many kids that are just obsessed with Fortnite.
I mean, kids were obsessed with Call of Duty when I was a teenager.
Yeah. But I don't know. It was... Yeah.
It's the same. It's the same thing, just not as obnoxious.
But when you were a teenager, I'm talking 7-year-olds play it now.
You know what? I actually have a good example of what you're describing, and it happened to me in Among Us. I used to really like Among Us when it first came out. I used to play it on my phone with my friends.
Among Us?
Yeah.
Among Us? What's that?
Among Us?
What?
Among Us. Among
Us?
Us.
What are you saying?
What are you saying?
You're saying Among Us?
Yes.
I don't know what game that is.
The game where you're the little spaceman and you have to find the one that's evil, killing everybody.
Oh, Among Us.
That's what I said.
No, you said Among Us.
Oh, whatever. So that game was ruined for me because of my nephews.
Ah. Thought it was somebody else that ruined it for you.
No, it was my nephews.
You never knew you could be sweaty at Among Us until we played with Chai.
Oh, I forgot about that. Da-da-da. They're doing this. They're lying. They're lying. No, you can only have this many of that. They're lying. Dude, chill. I'm just hanging out, man. Having a couple drinks, playing a party game. Relax.
Right?
Super Smash Brothers is a game where I won't play with friends anymore.
Why, you get too competitive or what?
No, all my friends are too much better than I am at the game.
Oh.
They beat the shit out of me. So.
What about did you ever play Mortal Kombat type games growing up?
I did, and now I don't for the same reason. To this day, it pisses off my friend Julian that he could never beat me in Injustice when I played Aquaman.
Okay.
He made me play it.
Aquaman should be the worst one.
Exactly. He made me play it a lot. And so I practiced every day with Aquaman for like 2 hours a day on like max difficulty. Like I looked up how to play Aquaman, like all this shit. And I practiced with him. So when he fought me with whoever he fought me with, I beat the shit out of him with just Aquaman.
Yeah, I'd be pissed off too.
And then the second one came out and the moves changed. And he's like, yeah, let's play now. And I said, fuck no. I peaked. King retired. And I never played after that.
Yeah. No, the reason I ask is I think they're coming out with a new Mortal Kombat.
Oh, they come out with them all the time. They're constant.
They really do.
And they're good games if you don't play with someone who's really into them.
Did you see the most recent Mortal Kombat movie?
Yes, I loved it, actually.
It was so fucking good.
I know a lot of people didn't like it, but...
Really? There was so much blood and guts. We might have talked about this a while ago.
We probably did.
I think when I watched it.
It was a really good movie. They even had this sombrero. I forgot what his name was.
Yeah. Raiden?
No, it wasn't Raiden. There's a guy with a sombrero that has blades on the end of his sombrero.
Okay.
They even had him do his stuff. Like, that was really cool for me.
Yeah, it was. And there was so much, like, it was a fucking adult Mortal Kombat movie. Oh, God, it was so good.
Oh, yeah.
We'll
never hear about it ever again, though. It's in the past.
No. Yeah, which is sad. There should have been a second one.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, maybe not. Sometimes it's okay to let things die. Let people die. Let things die.
Sometimes it's okay to let people die.
Yeah, it is. But,
you know,
some people aren't ready. Sometimes it's okay to let dogs die.
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Been having to have that conversation a lot recently. It's like
letting dogs die.
Everyone I know's dog is like 16. I was like, yeah, he can't see or hear, and I have to spoon feed him, and I have to wipe up his pee every day, but he's still with us. I'm like, let the dog go, man. Fuck.
Yeah. But you could say that same thing about grandma.
I will. I have done that.
Like, you know.
I have done that.
Well, she can't see or hear, and she's got a feeding tube in, and, you know.
Where's my I need a plug. Oh, look. You see this?
Why don't you just use your headset? I was going to say, I really hope your laptop just doesn't shut off.
That would have been really funny. Perfect way to end it. I have said that many a times, and it's okay to let, because I wouldn't want to be in that situation as a person. Kill me. Let me die. Unplug me. I'm good. I did my time. See you guys later.
So I thought of this. It's been a year of funerals for my family and I. We've been to 3 this year of close family members, like where we've been part of the family. I haven't been to a funeral since I think my grandpa's funeral when I was like 11. And then I've been to 3 funerals.
Almost 30 years later.
Yeah. And, they were talking about the latest one. He had a massive stroke and, he had signed, saying he didn't want life above average things done to him. He was in his 70s.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to have that shit signed by the time I'm 55.
But that's the question is like, at what point, what are you willing to live with?
Depends.
On?
My mobility. My ability to take care of myself will dictate whether or not I think I'm ready to go.
Okay.
I don't want other people to take care of me.
Legs down, you can't move.
Am I still like mobile with a wheelchair? Like, can I still go and wipe my ass and make myself dinner?
Well, yeah. I mean, everything above your legs works.
And yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I would imagine you probably have a catheter in.
That's even easier. I don't even have to think about I can just play video games all day.
You got to change that colostomy bag.
It's fine. I know how to do that.
Yeah.
As long as I can take care of myself, I'm good. After that, call it.
Okay, so what if you're Are there triplegics? Like you always hear quadriplegic.
I'm sure there
Is
are.
there triplegics?
I'm sure.
Where like they've got one arm?
Maybe. Probably.
I don't know. I mean, if you were a triplegic,
I don't even think I'd want to keep going, Matt, if I didn't have both my arms.
I
don't think I want to
No?
keep going. No.
what if you had an arm and a nub?
Well, okay. Does my wiener still work?
With a pump?
No. Kill me.
Like you can get your jollies off and you can like have satisfaction, but you've got a pump that you got to squeeze to get the general to stand at attention.
Matt, I'd break that pump after like a fucking week. I'd have nothing else to do.
Let's say it's a pump that's non-breakable.
You would just like 6 times a day you would just hear well, but no. Wiener's still got to work.
No?
Nope.
Well, if you're a paraplegic, your wiener probably wouldn't work.
Yeah, then no.
So if your legs quit working, your dick quits working, you're done.
I'm done. Calling it quits.
What if you just get erectile dysfunction? Should we pull the plug then?
No, because I can at least like get a subscription to Blue Chew. That's fine.
Okay, all right. Just wanting to know, in case I ever have to have power of attorney.
I do have power of attorney over one of our friends. We've had to talk about
What?
medical power of attorney. Yep.
That's weird that you have that over somebody.
Not really.
It really is.
I had very strict stipulations to agree to it. Like, I couldn't be in their will for anything. So, like, I couldn't benefit from their death in any way. And I wanted very strict written down rules and a legal document on what I would do in each situation that we could think of.
Who plans this much shit?
The military.
That makes a little sense.
I think you can guess whose medical power of attorney I have.
It's between your two best friends.
Which one do you think I have?
I'm going to say the boy.
Nope.
Really?
Mm-hmm. For years. 2 years now? No, 1 year.
I was like, has she been hanging out with us for 2 years? She doesn't even come in and fucking work the chair anymore.
I know. She's too busy getting laid with that lesbian girlfriend of hers.
Can you really call it getting laid when it's two lesbians?
I don't know. I've had so many questions that I've asked her about all of that.
I'd really, I'd be curious about
Like,
that.
how do you know when you're done? Because they can just go for a while.
Yeah?
And the answer was, it takes a while.
I think they get bored.
I would. We are blessed. And that's all I'm going to say on that topic.
Yeah?
But I had her medical power of attorney for a while with rules and, stipulations.
You military people you're there.
It is what it is.
I don't even think I have a will. I don't even have a will
I have a
done.
will. I have a will.
Yeah, that's because you're in the military. You get shot at for a living.
I don't get shot at for shit no more.
No more. I've never been shot at.
It's good to have, though, just in case.
Oh, I should. We definitely should have one set up, but we just couldn't agree on where the kids would go and shit like that.
To me. Problem solved. Just to me.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to make a deal with you.
Okay.
If I win the lottery, I want your kids to come to me.
Well, how much of the lottery? I mean, you can
Just-
go buy a fucking scratcher and win $1
Okay,
tomorrow.
like the Mega Millions.
How much of the Mega Millions?
Say 50 mil or up.
50?
50 or up. Because let me tell you what I would do. I win that much money. I'm going to buy land, and I'm going to make a self-sustaining area.
I would have to put stipulations to something like that.
Okay.
And you're not gonna like the stipulations either.
Why wouldn't I like the stipulations?
They can't join the military.
That's fine. I'll put them through college. Can they commission? Can they commission?
Nope.
What if one really wants to be a fighter pilot, and then I got to look him in the eyes and say, sorry, your dad said no?
Nope.
Well, dying wish, I guess. Continue.
I mean, that would be a big one. Is I don't like.
That's
and
fine.
I like. You know what the weird thing is? Like, I would be more willing. Like, if there was a draft today, and my kids were old enough where like they got drafted, I would volunteer before I would let them go. And I'm not saying that just as like a dad type thing. Like, I would want, and I'm not saying, how do I want to say this? Because I love and support our military. But if they don't have me, I want them to do something awesome with their lives.
Oh, yeah. The military's definitely becoming a stripper for dudes. Don't get me wrong. I know what I am.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
well,
so I get that.
It's a really good thing, but it's almost like a crutch.
It's a sacrifice. It's a sacrifice. It is.
They tell you it's a sacrifice.
It is a sacrifice.
Do you ever feel like maybe the military is kind of like a red?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's gray, but yeah.
You're a
it's
slave. A gray, but you're a red.
Yeah, you're a slave. Like you are the property of the Department of Defense.
But you're 100% being told what you're doing is for honor and family.
Yeah.
And
if you hurt yourself doing something you weren't supposed to do, they can charge you for damaging government property.
Yeah. But they have to have those rules in place because there's stupid motherfuckers who have probably done something to make that rule go into effect.
Oh, yeah.
There was some jackass that fucking shot himself to get lifelong disability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, that's fine. They don't have to join the military. I usually don't push it anyways unless I see someone who doesn't have a whole lot of options. Then I use my knowledge to help them, to guide them into a better path. You know? Because the military has a lot of paths. There's some really shit ones. There's some ones that are a lot better. You know what I mean? An example is someone who wants to go join security forces, which gives you no skills when you're on the outside, or very little skills, as opposed to someone who I convinced to become an air traffic controller. They just have their career set aside for them now when they get out.
Wait, you mean there's not a super high demand for fucking security guards?
No.
You know, like the guys that drive around on Segways at the mall?
So, you know, do your best with what you got, which I get it. But I wouldn't make your kids join the military. I would definitely push whatever they're good at that point. So say like one's really, really good with computers. We're like, hey, I'll pay for you to go to college. I'll pay for 10 years of college.
10 years?
The first, because I won the lottery. So the first 2 years, if you're to party it out of your system, just like your dad, which I feel is fair. I feel like that one's fair.
I think 10's way too much.
And then 8 years for a master's degree. Because they're going to change they're going to have to change their major at least twice.
I don't know. You're way more forgiving than I ever would be.
Yeah, I am. Because they're not my kids.
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to work out.
They'd be happy.
Or they'd be fucking addicted to fentanyl.
That's on them.
Is it?
Well, I mean
you're supposed to be the one watching them.
They're in college, they're adults.
You're wanting me to trust my children to you, and then you're telling me that if they die of fentanyl overdosing, it's on them.
They're in college and adults at that point. That's not on me. I got them to that point. And I told them before they went to college that if someone offers you drugs and you really want it, just take half.
let's be honest. I have still been waiting for people to offer me drugs.
It's never happened to me.
No.
No, not once.
Because when they do, I'm going to be like, yes.
Give. No, I can't. But no one's ever offered. I guess I'm not cool enough.
Well, one of the rules to probably me allow you to take my children would be you'd have to have your own house.
That's what the lottery would provide, was the house and the land. And
well, we'll talk about it once you win the lottery.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
It's time, by the way.
All right, it is time. Yes. Thank you all so much for joining us. We appreciate one and all of you for listening. This has been another fantastic Thirsty Thursday with the Same as a Beer podcast, talking about what we're going to do with my children in the event of my death. Thomas, final words for the people.
Have a good night, everybody.
All right, you heard it here first. You have to have a good night.